Hey guys, it's Kylie. Welcome back to my channel. This video is part 2 of the Jaclyn Hill Morphe Vault Collection Destruction Depotting process. In the first video, we basically destroyed the palettes, took all the eyeshadows out, and had a lot of fun with that. And this video is basically just going through swatches, figuring out which shadows I want to keep, which ones I don't, all that fun stuff. So let's get into the swatches. I knew that going into this there was a lot of similar shades, but looking at it now it's like, whoa, those are like really similar. Also looking at it now, having 4 palettes, it's like, wow, that's a lot of, okay, I was leaning my hand on something, I think, so that's what that is. But looking at them in 4 palettes, it's like, wow, that's a lot of eyeshadows. But looking at them all now, it's like, why didn't you just do another big Jaclyn Hill Morphe part 2 instead of the vault? I guess to make more money. So the next step for me is to start swatching them and figure out which shadows I want to keep in the Z palette, which ones I want to toss or just be like, no, you kind of suck, you know. We're gonna weed through them. This is the first row that I had. This is Guilt Trip in unknown shade from the first one that I took out, Coin, Classified, and Trickery. All of these swatched fairly well except Trickery. It was horrible, so I will not be keeping that in there. The other one that didn't swatch the best was Classified, so I will debate on that. This is the next row. This is VIP, Bling Bling, Ballsy, Glitz and Glam, and the other two I'm not sure. I forgot to label them. They are from the, I believe it's called Ring the Alarm, whatever the red palette's called. So those are those shades. The only one that I had an issue with was Bling Bling, and that was because it was not swatching very well, but I scraped off a little bit of the top with just a little tweezers. You could use your X-Acto knife too. And then after I did that, it worked perfectly fine. So I think I might keep all of these if I have room. They are all beautiful. Here we have the next row. This is Power Cut, Diversion, Berry Treasure, Pizzazz, An Unknown Shade, and Gem. These I do have to swatch multiple times, usually to get a good swatch out of. The one that I had the most problem with was Berry Treasure, which I'm not sure if I'll keep that one or not. It's a black, but it's got shimmers in it. I might try to work with it, but it seems like it's one of those shades that's not gonna work very well. And the other one that is kind of iffy is Gem. It's such a pretty purple though, so I don't know yet. And the next row here, we are finally getting into the mattes. The first shade is Poof, Hush Hush. The next two, I do not know what they're called. Then we have Rockstar and Mystic. Poof and Hush Hush were amazing. They felt amazing, swatched amazing. The next two swatched terribly, which is sad because that third shade there, I just love the color of it. The other ones just kind of pooped out, and it's sad because I like those colors, especially Rockstar. I want that one. But I don't think any of those. I think the only two that I'm going to put in the Z palette are Poof and Hush Hush. All right, next row. Okay, the first one is Agent. The second is Unknown. I don't know it. Then we have Secure. The next two I don't know. And the last one is Smooth Criminal. These swatches I had a lot of issues with. First of all, those first 3 look so much alike. I mean, obviously you have your subtle difference, and the third one is a little more yellow, brighter tone than the other two, but they are so similar, it's just not necessary for all 3. So I think the one I'm going to be keeping is Agent and possibly Secure as well, because they do have enough of a difference. The last 3, this one is the one I will probably be keeping out of those just because it swatched the best. I might keep both of those because the Smooth Criminal and that one, they have a little subtle difference. I just think it's so hard to tell with swatches whether the eyeshadow is actually going to be good or not. Next row here we have Shh, Potion, Top Secret, Inside Job, Mojo, and Temptress. I am definitely going to be keeping Shh because I love that as a transition color. I think it's beautiful. Potion and Top Secret look so much alike, not only in pan but swatched. They look, God, they look almost identical. I had a huge problem with Top Secret. It swatched like crap. That's like a couple layers on top of each other because it just was not, it wasn't working. So I won't be keeping that one. If I keep one of the greens, it will be Potion. Inside Job was pretty alright. Mojo, fine. And Temptress swatched amazing. That's one swatch, and that's a pigmented black. Okay, this is the last row here. My arm is so stained. I have a shade that I don't know. Prowl, another one I don't know, and the last shade is Access. I love Access. I've used it a lot before, so I'm definitely going to be keeping that. And I will probably be keeping Prowl and the first shade as well, possibly the other one. I don't know yet. Okay, so now that we've seen pretty much all of the eyeshadows swatched, I do want to mention a couple things. One, I did go ahead and purchase more of the magnets, so I was able to put more into the bigger Z palette. This was a pack of 101 pieces, so there's 100 magnets, and then it does come with a little tool. This was $10 on Amazon, so pretty nice if you ask me. You get 50 circle and 50 rectangle magnets, and then your little tool, which would have been nice when we were depotting. It does help with that process. Then I also did purchase another Z palette. How pretty is that? It's got a great mirror on the inside, and it's a lot smaller than this one, but it does what I need it to do, and I like it. This was $10, and it says it holds 20 pieces. So let's take a look at the Z palette that I have. In all of the Vault palettes, there are 40 shades total. I'm missing one, so I only have 39, but there are 28 in this palette right here, which I love so much. Aesthetically, I love the way this looks. All I did was put all the shimmers and metallics on the top, the mattes on the bottom, and color coordinated them. I think it looks amazing. So since I've depotted them and put them, the ones that I actually use, in one palette, I have been using these shadows so much more frequently than when they were all in separate palettes, just because I liked to bounce around from color to color, because there were some colors I liked in one palette better than the other, so I'd bounce around and use 2 and 3 palettes at the same time. So having them all in one palette now is just so much easier. So I just think if they would have done this in one big Morphe Jaclyn Hill big palette number 2, I would have loved it more. Obviously, you're still going to have your bad shades, but look how good this looks, you know? I gravitate to this palette way more often. I love that I can see through it, so I'm like, okay, yeah, I want to use those colors today. Just grab it, use it, we're good. Majority of these shades work pretty well. I am still trying to weed out if any of these are shades that are not worth it. I've got 11 shades that I did not put in here, and one that's missing. So I'm just going to read to you the shades that I kept. Oh, one more thing to mention before we read them off. In the first one, when I depotted the very first one, which is the Ring the Alarm palette, I forgot to write down the name of the shades on the back of the shadows, so I had no idea what they were. I did take a look at the palette online just to kind of figure out what the shadows are. I'm pretty sure I got them right, but if I did mislabel any of them, you can let me know. All right, let's start. We've got VIP, Glitz and Glam, Lolly, Boom, Bling Bling, Ballsy, Pizzazz, Next Row, Power Cut, Diversion, Guilt Trip, Coin, On Camera, Bomb Ass, and Gem. The next row, Siren, Poof, Hush Hush, Shh, Access, Agent, and Secure. The last row, Temptress, Mojo, Inside Job, Potion, Prowl, Smooth Criminal, and Secret. Again, I just love, 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 love it now. I'm so glad I did this. So happy. The reason I did get this one is to put the remaining shadows in there. This one, I don't know the shade name, but I would like to keep it, and I would like to continue to try them out to see if they're going to work. A lot of these orange shades I didn't keep because they're just all way too similar. And then the rest of them that I didn't keep were just kind of broken. These ones here are the leftovers that I am going to keep and stick in this Z palette just to keep testing out. They're so similar to so many of the other shades though that I don't want them in my life. Top Secret, I know I do not like. Mystic, I know I do not like. Trickery, Horrible, Classified. To me, it's kind of a waste of space. I'm not going to use them. And then the other 3 that I have left, I broke. So I'm not going to keep them. So anyways, there you have it. Again, I can't express how happy I am with this. It makes me excited to use it. So if you guys have any questions about the process or about the shades I kept, please let me know. I will get back to you. And the next palette I think I am going to depot is the Anastasia Beverly Hills Subculture palette. I do want to get those and stick it in here. If you guys want a video of that, let me know in the comments below. Otherwise, that is it for now. We will see you in the next one. Thank you guys so much for watching. Bye-bye.